We wanted to share information about literacy today. The literacy crisis. There is a literacy crisis in the U.S., and it's deeply concerning. But the good thing about it is also preventable. So that's where we are. I don't know how this is going to hold up, but I guess we will see. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody. Hey there, if you don't mind, as you come in, please hit that like button. Hey there. Hey, welcome in, EZWS. I don't know whether to try this. Feels like my eyes have been dilated. Actually, I came on today. Hello, everybody. Come right in. I actually came on today. As most of y'all know, I've been having technical issues again. My desktop is not working. My laptop is in the shop, and I'm trying to make this work from a cell phone. I have a tablet, but I do not have it in my possession right now. I wanted to discuss, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, to share some information concerning literacy, which I thought would have been something good to talk about since school is out. So that might be content for probably early next week. Hopefully, I will have a bigger device so I'll be able to see a little bit better. Happy Friday to everybody. Come right in. You are welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Real Space, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. I was coming in to check out because my comments have not been, I have not been able to view my comments on my cell phone. So that's what I was doing. I got up here just to see if I could play around with it to get it to operate. Hey, Vico Real Space. Thank you for stopping by, EZWS. You all are showing each other some love. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate that. But actually, that's what I had planned to do. So what I'm probably going to do is to pick up with this literacy crisis in the United States. We're going to talk more about this probably early next week. It's deeply concerning why our children are not reading and performing on grade level. But the good thing about it is, according to research, it is preventable. That's the good thing. And we're also going to make some attendance, a discussion on attendance in there as well. Real Space, thank you so much for stopping by. Vico, ECWS, thank you, thank you, thank you for stopping by to check up on me. Hey, Rich in the house. Thank you so much for stopping by. Y'all know I've been trying to get up here and do this live for a minute. I actually wanted to share information concerning literacy here in the United States, but my eyes have actually gone through that dilation process and it's not right. And I have my cell phone, and of course, it is too small to be able to see. And actually, I came on to see if my cell phone would allow me to view the comments, because I tried to go live on my cell phone like last week and I could not view the comments. So of course now I have the comments. They are working now. What I'm going to do, we can just chit chat here for a little while and I'll just come back on with my research information concerning literacy and our children. You know what's going on, what's the status of our children literacy rate here in the United States. We're going to do, I have some commentary to share about that, but my eyes are not in the right condition right now to do that. So we'll chit chat for a little bit. Since I do have it working now, which is a good thing. Another content creator this morning, I had reached out to Stephanie earlier this morning to see if she would be able to help me to resolve this problem. I spoke to Vico Real Space. Like I said again, welcome. Thank you all for stopping by to check up on me and EZWS. And y'all just know you're always welcome over here. Richie, so glad to see you up in here. My beautiful sister, happy Friday. What's going on, chat? How everything going? It is going now that I can see your comments. I don't know if you were in when I stated that I tried to come live using this cell phone last week and I could not see comments, but I guess we have it moving in the right direction now. Happy Friday to everybody. TGIF. And where are you? You say RJ. God is good. Greetings. Greetings to you as well. God is good. Easy, how you feeling? Showing some love. God is good. Showing some love there. All good, bro Richie. Richard, Dr. Che, I've been waiting to catch. I know, and I've been trying to get up here. I have been trying to get up here, as I had mentioned. I've shared with several people. I'm here. My desktop is not cooperating. My laptop is in the shop, and I stopped by to check on it today after we have not received a phone call concerning it being prepared, and there was a sign on the door saying that we're closed. So I guess they are taking an extended vacation, a few more extra days with the Juneteenth holiday. So hopefully we will hear something from them really, really soon. I hope you figure. Absolutely, EZWS. Hopefully so. Hopefully we can get this thing moving in the right direction. Because I do need those I need those watch hours. Got to get those up. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. Hopefully so. I know everybody's probably glad that it's TGIF. It's always a struggle with you. Absolutely. I thought that was just on my end. It's a different little beast. Richard on its own, trying to figure things out. And I guess as time goes on and we get more feathers on our body, we'll be able to maneuver around on these YouTube streets when it comes to these different tools and technology and the life of YouTube. Hopefully everything will get better. Hey, Success, welcome. TGIF, happy Friday to you. Thank you for sliding by just to check up on me. Success, where are you tuning in from? Okay, Success. That's Nina is showing some love to EZWS. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much for stopping by. And I do have this little cell phone. It is little compared to my other devices. That's why I had to try to invest in a tablet. I think that's a tablet. Something that's a little bit bigger. Okay, if I'm not sure. Okay, perfect. So I'm sure that I've met you or seen you on one of the other channels that I frequent often. Well, like I said, at least now I know that my cell phone will work. Hopefully that computer, they will go ahead. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Shelly. Shelly's showing hello, Dr. J and chat. Thank you so much for stopping by. Shelly. Look, I'm having device issues over here. I shared that my laptop, we're creatures of habit. My laptop is in the shop. While I was out running errands this morning, I ran by the shop to see, after we have not received a phone call, to see if he had my laptop ready. Of course, there was a sign on the door saying that we are closed. So I guess he just extended his Juneteenth work day and just took off an extra day. So hopefully they will be back up in there Monday and I will hear something so that we can get that laptop back up and working. Hey, Amon, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you all so very much. Shelly is showing Vico Real some love. Thank you all very much. I actually had information, and you all know I kind of stay on the side of the education arena, and I did have some updated. I had some literacy information that I did want to share with you all. Hopefully, it will be helpful to those of you that have school age children or those of you that have grandchildren. But what I'm going to have to do is push that back maybe until Monday until I can get a bigger device here. And then plus my eyes, I'm going through some dilation with my eyes too. So I need to be able to see some of the notes that I have written down. But that's going to be the direction that my next live is going to go. Thank you all so much. Everybody subscribe. And please double tap that screen. That's so very important. Thank you, Amon, for that reminder. If you have not hit that sub button, please take a moment and smash it for me. You can either double tap your screen, I know for sure, on your cell phone, and there's 3 little dots in that upper right-hand corner. You can go and hit that thumbs up as well. Shelly, okay, blessing everyone. Shelly, thank you so much for stopping by. Are you going live later today? I'll be on the lookout for you. I don't get notifications. It doesn't seem like from anyone, so I just have to go up there every so often, frequently, just to see who is doing what. And I just join and slide right on in that way. Hello, Vico. Okay, hello, ECWS. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Very, very much. But we'll be ready to rock and roll. I'm sure if he was not open today, he will, tomorrow being Saturday here, he will not be open on Saturday. But hopefully I will be back up and running and in business really, really soon. And plus, that dilation, who knows? If the eyes are right, I might even come back on later tonight. We will see. We'll see. I might. Okay, now, I totally understand, Shirley. We have to also protect that mental. I totally understand. Prayers, okay. Thank you. I understand. And hopefully I'll, like I said, be back in full effect, be back into business early next week. Hopefully. Eyes will be moving in the right direction. And I'll have that device. But happy Friday to everybody. Hopefully everybody had a happy and a safe Juneteenth as well. Thank you all again for stopping by to see what I had going on over here. I do appreciate that. Y'all have a big weekend planned? Anybody doing anything other than trying to stay cool? Very great. You, Dr. J. Very supportive. I appreciate you coming over, Amon. I think this is the first live that you've had a chance to get in. I do appreciate that. Just know that you're always welcome here, over here at my channel, Chat with Dr. J. I have asthma, so I'll be in. Absolutely. Look, asthma and heat does not mix, does it? The asthma doesn't mix with a whole lot. Gotta be safe. Safety first. Safety is always first, Jelly. I don't have a whole lot done too. Need to tidy up a little bit around here, but I don't know, around here that always, most oftentimes, that gets put on the back burner. So, hey, living life, what's going on with you? How is life down in that sunshine state? Always good to see you. Thank you for stopping by to check up on me. Living life, my sister. Thank you for care, Ahmad. Thank you for stopping by, Ahmad. Please come back. This might be your first time, but look, let's not make it your last time. So hopefully we'll be back in business really, really soon. Living life, I had information that I wanted to share concerning the literacy rates here in the U.S., which is deeply concerning. Just wanted to talk a little bit about our children are not really performing and reading on the grade level that they need to be on. You know, my channel, I focus pretty much a lot around education. I had to deviate from what I had wanted to do, but it always comes back to what it was designed and intended for, which is education. And I've said in several of my lives, look, we're either going to pay on the front end or we're going to pay on the back end, meaning that we got to get our children prepared to come out of school and go into the workforce, whether it's blue collar, whatever they decide to do, whether it's military, whether it's go on to a job, whether it goes to college, whether it is to go to college or technical school, we got to have them ready. We're gonna have to pay to get them ready, or look, we're gonna have to pay to take care of them, because if they're not ready and prepared and reading, have those fundamental reading skills, they're gonna end up in somebody's prison, and we don't want that. We don't want to take care of them on that end, so we want to get them right so that they will be successful and productive citizens within the world. So that's what I had planned to share today, but we had a few difficulties, but that is what I'm going to share some information about that early next week. Had some dilation going on here with the eyes, and my device is not where it needs to be, which is here at home. Is sitting up in somebody's shop, trying to get ready to go undergo surgery. Living Life is saying hello to everybody. Okay, Shelly is showing you some love back. Living Life. Thank you all so very much for sliding up in here to check up on me. I do appreciate that. And we will be ready, hopefully, to get things back moving in the right direction early next week, hopefully. And like I said, I didn't come on to do a chit chat. Mr. Cool Cat, Mr. Cool Cat was here. You're not here anymore. Thank you for stopping by, Mr. Cool Cat. Thank you. Living Life is showing Shelly some love. Shelly showing Mr. Cool Cat. Mr. Cool Cat, I think this is your first time visiting with me over here. Your first time, but like I always say, let's not make it your last time. You're always welcome up in here. Okay, Mr. Cool Cat is showing Shelly some love. I'm just so happy to be able to see your comments on my cell phone. That's actually what I came up here to see too. Let me just go up here and test it out and see, because I tried to go live because the laptop has been in the shop for about a week or so, and I just could not see your comments. I had gone live at an event. What did I call it? It was a recital. At a recital with my little great niece and my niece, great niece and niece. They're into singing and the piano, and I could not see your comments when I went live there at the gym. But now I have this working. It's working now. Okay, Living Life is showing Mr. Cool Cat some love. Okay, Mr. Cool Cat. Very good. But again, happy Friday to everybody. Hopefully your day is going well and swell. If not, hopefully it will get better. Hopefully so. TGIF to everybody. And that's just a And it feels kind of funny sometimes. I wish you all could talk back to me. I know how it is being on that other end typing, especially when it's something you really want to get out. Those fingers won't work fast enough to get it out. And then when you're on this end, sometimes you have to take a break, catch your breath, get you a sip of water because your mouth get dry when you're doing all the talking. So Shelly, you you feel me, huh? Do you feel me on that? So sometimes I just wish we can just have a round the table discussion, on that end with the typing. It just doesn't work sometimes. And this time, and then, being the host and doing all the talking, it doesn't. So we just can't get it right, no matter whether we're on the hosting end or whether we're on the guest end. Kind of hard. So y'all feel me. Those of you that are content creator, creators, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But some pretty. So those of you with children and grandchildren, are you all keeping them busy? That school is out. I think school is out in the United States anyway, for everybody. I think school is out. As a matter of fact, June is almost over. And if we have any educators out there, please don't throw an egg at me. But it'll soon be time to get it crunked back up and get back started because around here school starts back like the end of July, like the end of July. Hey, Helen. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome to my channel, Chat with Dr. J. Your first time here visiting. I hope, like I always say, that this is not your last time. Thank you for sliding up in here to check up on me. Shelly said, yes, I feel like it. If it gets quiet, I got to keep going. Exactly. You already know, Shelly. You already know, but we actually don't. Okay. Okay. I don't want anybody to get bored. We actually don't. So you're saying we can take a break for a minute. Yes, I feel like it gets okay. If it gets quiet, I got to keep going and going. And I guess that's a part of the learning process. Once we can figure this out, this YouTube out the YouTube way. Like it gets quiet. I gotta keep going and going. Okay, but we actually don't. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you for that advice, Shelley, for sharing that with me. And as Shelley said, please like and share and subscribe if you have not already done so. Please do. And I guess since I'm on just talking to Shelley, you ever feel like I don't know where you are with your watch hours? I said I might as well stay in Chit Chat because I do need those watch hours. I do, I do, I do. Can you all see my hearts there that I'm releasing? I like to release my hearts, especially when I go into other people's chat. Yes, and remember the comment section. Still talking. Remember the comment section. Okay, still talking. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Like I said earlier, Shelley, both ends. I just can't find that balance. Like I said, on this end, you almost feel like you need a strip written out sometime to go by. And then, especially when it's something real interesting and somebody asking a question and I'm trying to get my point across, like I was in one yesterday, my fingers just won't type fast enough. Then I start making all kind of careless mistakes. But yes, I don't have that balance yet, whether I'm on, like I said, the hosting end or the guest end, where I got to respond by texting. They're interacting while we're quiet. Right. Okay. That's a good thing. I appreciate you sharing that. I got to keep that in mind. They are still interacting. Wow. You're quiet. I appreciate that. Hearts. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I almost have 30 minutes here. Because those watch hours, those are mad. 3 and 4,000. I'm like, oh my word. Good gracious. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Just know that you're always welcome over here. Happy Friday to everybody. And like I said, I had planned to actually get up here earlier, but for those of you that's coming in, um, I had to put my laptop. It's still in the shop. It's been in the shop for like a week or so. And I just decided, since the guy has not reached out to us, I decided to just swing by his place of business today. And there was a sign on the door that we're still closed. So I guess he just having an extended holiday weekend since Juneteenth was yesterday. So hopefully we'll hear something next week. And on top of that, I had this dilation going on, and you know how that is, with the eyes. But I do plan to share some information. It's interesting to me whenever, most of the time when it's about education, especially K-12, it's always interesting to me. And literacy is something, that has been lacking in the United States. Some states more so than others, for a very long time. So I just wanted to share some information that I got a hold of. And what better time to share this information on literacy than during the summertime when school is out, when the children have been reading and being studious all year long, 180 days. So they get these 2 months, 2.5, 3 months to not have to be on a schedule, kind of like do what they want to do. So who is going to pick up a book? Who? Probably not the children. So that's when we as parents got to step up and do what we need to do. Hey, come on over here and read 20 minutes a day. I think I have a little short video on that too. Just, reminding the parents just to encourage your children to read for about 20 minutes a day. It makes a difference. Okay, Shelly said there. Okay. Oh, you're at 15. Good Lord. What's the secret? How in the world how did you get to 15? Shelly, I don't even think last time I checked, I'm not even at 500, I don't believe. So I got to do something different. I'm at 1500. No, 16. Get out. Oh, my word. That's a lot. That's a lot. Whew. I might be at 500. I might, but y'all hold on for a second. Okay, sorry about that. That normally happens. The house phone will go off and ring as soon as I get started. But that is great, Shelley. That is awesome. I need to check mine again, see if I can um, pull it up on this cell phone, I guess, to see. But last time I checked mine, I might have been at about 300. I might have been at about three something, I think. And then it shows, when I go in my analytics, it shows in the studio, it shows, the numbers don't match. It's higher, and then when I look, it gets lower. I guess that's, YouTube's way of weeding some of it out. Okay, listen to music. I should have been there, but I have to go live. Okay, go live more. So that's why I said I've been at third. I might as well at least make this right here, make this work. But Shelly, I don't know about you. I have to protect my mental. I have to get off of this sometimes. And especially, with most of this stuff that I share, it's a lot of, researching and the reading, and I kind of like have to step away from it sometimes. And so that's how I kind of like, invented my chit and chat, where I come on and we kind of like do just that, kind of like what we're doing today. We just chit and chat and just get away, from all the other stuff. Because we have to protect, I'm a firm believer, we got to protect that mental. With so much going on in the world right now, we have to protect it. And that's what I try to do. Try to protect that mental. So you have to have, days where you step away from it. Shorts will help. Okay. Your hours and increase. Oh, yes. I picked up some. some subscribers too from my shorts. Okay, absolutely. I guess you're agreeing with that stepping away from it, that mental part. I'm like, cause that'll take you to a different spot, and I just don't need that in my life right now. So I have to protect that. Okay, listen to music. Yes, I like your shows when you do the music, DJ Shelley. Okay, you say yes, ma'am. Should have been there. Okay, gotta go live. And I was on a roll at one point, but I had some projects to come up that kind of like took priority, so I had to put going live. You think TikTok is easier? That's what my niece has been. Now that I wish, because I really didn't do social media a whole lot living life, but now I wish that I did have another social media platform. One of my nieces, well, two of my nieces, I think, are on TikTok, and that's what they keep saying that it's easier. But and been trying to get me to get on TikTok, but I'm like, heck. I gotta master YouTube first, and then that's my first thing. And when I started YouTube in April, and I said like the first Saturday in April, and I said maybe I'll just stay on YouTube for about a year or so, like you said earlier, Shelly. What's that, Shelly? No, that was Richie. Gotta just learn the YouTube way. I gotta master this first, and once I master this, that's my second reason. I got to master this first because, I try to stay away from stress. Like I said earlier, Sheila, got to protect that mental. I try to stay away from that stress, and I don't want to be stressed, not knowing how to figure something out, how to do something with YouTube. Then I go to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or something else and have issues there. I just don't do stress well. So I said that to say I'm going to probably stay on YouTube for a year. Next April will be 1 year, and hopefully I have a lot of the kinks worked out, and I'll kind of like know, how to maneuver around a little bit more, living life. And the other thing is about TikTok, and I just saw something about this. Now, we don't know the future, which direction TikTok is going to go, because I know, keeping it on has been extended. And I know the President Trump is trying to get someone in the United States to buy into that platform. So I would hate to get up there and try to. And then when they shut it down before, someone told me that, did I read somewhere where no new users were going to be allowed to create accounts until they decide, which direction that they're going to go with TikTok. So that's my reason for not trying to get into TikTok. So those are my three reasons. But most importantly, trying to protect again my mental. I need to learn YouTube because there's still a lot on YouTube that I don't know, and understand. So we'll have to see. But I don't think I'll do another platform before April, because April, that would have given me a year to kind of like get more feathers on me and have a clear understanding of how to maneuver around and how to work, have a greater understanding of this YouTube platform. But yes, I've heard that living life, that it was easier, and I do want to pick another one up eventually. Okay, some of these got away. Okay, you said a living life. You think it's easy. Hey, Kathleen. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. Thank you. Kathleen is showing Shelly some love. Shelly said living life. Okay, I was over there for 2 months. Now I can go live and receive gifts. Okay, but you had to learn TikTok. But I'm going to do my first live soon. Okay. So, Shelly, do you feel like it's easier to maneuver around TikTok opposed to YouTube? Okay, Shirley showing Kathleen some love, living life. Oh my God, Shirley, I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Hey, Mary Dixon. Okay, this is your first time catching me too. Yes, called alive. Thank you. Your first time. Look, like I tell all our new visitors, don't let this be your last time. Do not let this be your last time. Okay, Shelly said I monetize over there. Okay. Yes, but once we find out the direction or the future of it, um, I guess I might try to go to YouTube. Not YouTube, but TikTok. TikTok. Living Life is showing Kathleen some love. Tab Chat. Hey there. Hey Tab, thank you. Welcome. Welcome to my channel, Chat with Dr. J. I think this is your first time over here. Your first time, please don't make it your last time. Thank you for sliding by. Living Life is showing Mary some love. Living Life. Okay, Shelly, me too. Hey, Granny B. Always good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by, Granny B. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Kathleen is showing Living Life in Florida some love. Showing Mary Dixon some love. Okay, Mary Dixon. Hi, Living Life. Kathleen. Hey, Granny B. Living Life in Florida. Showing Granny B some love. Tab Cheat. Tab Jet. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I will keep joining your live. So, what's the purpose? Okay, the purpose of our live today, as I stated earlier, I'm having computer issues. I need to get my laptop. I'm here. My desktop is not working, and I tried to go live on my cell phone last week, and I could not get the my comments to show. So I reached out to Granny B. I'm like, Granny B, what's going on? I cannot get my comments to show up. Didn't know why, but anyway, I came on today. I said, well, I don't have another device that I can use, so I'm gonna um go up just to see if I can see, everybody's comment, and it is I'm able to see it. But the information that I was going to share, Tab Jet, is on literacy. My channel, for those of you that's new, was primarily built around education, and I kind of like had to deviate a little bit and bring in some trending topics. But what I was going to talk about, share information about today, was the literacy issue. What is not an issue, was an issue slash crisis that we have here in the United States, and it's deeply concerning. But the good thing about it, it's preventable. It's preventable, meaning that we can fix it. We can bring about changes and get the issue or the crisis that we are dealing with in the United States. We can turn it around and get it under some control. And like I always say in all of my lives, we're either going to pay, we're going to pay, we, meaning me too, American citizens, or probably citizens all over the world, because this is something that affects everybody. Literacy has always been an issue for the last 3 or 4 decades. But we're either going to pay on the front end, meaning that we are going to invest in our babies and get them suited and booted and ready to go out into the work world, where they can make an honest living, or we're going to pay on the back end. If they're not prepared, nobody's going to hire them. They'll end up robbing, stealing, killing. I mean, at the back end, meaning we'll be taking care of, supporting them, sadly, unfortunately, in a prison somewhere. So which do you want? Invest in them now, or you're going to take care, invest in them later? So that's just my belief on that. But Tab, if you're still here, that's what we were going to talk about today. But due to unforeseen circumstances, we're not able to do that. But I'm going to put this on the back burner. So please come back and slide back up in here again, maybe around next Monday or Tuesday. Hopefully the computer company will be open. And I don't know if you were here when I said that. I went by after, because he's had our laptops for about a week or so and haven't received a phone call trying to see what's wrong with it. So I just decided to stop by as I ran my errands this morning. He was closed, no one was there. So, but that's what, if I answered the question, we were going to talk about literacy today. But so we're just chatting here. We're just talking. I'm not familiar with monetize me, so I'm gonna learn. Okay. I'm new to TikTok. Okay. So I'm gonna check it out though. No, it won't be. Okay, Kathleen is showing Tab some love. Living, do you go live? Yes, Living is gonna have to. Living popped up. She's out there in our algorithm now. She popped up. Um, and I made a comment on one of her shorts last week. So let me get down here to see what Living says. Whether she's going live. Okay, Tab is speaking back, showing some love to Kathleen. Granny Beef says, "Hey, Kathleen, and everybody in the chat. Granny Beef, it's always good to have you here." Living Life is showing Tab some love. Tab is saying hello. Sometimes YouTube glitches. It absolutely surely does. It glitches a lot, and it especially glitches to the point where I get notifications from any, and I don't receive any notification. Like I tell everybody, I find out who's on live. I have to just go up there, several times throughout the day and just look to see who has the red light on, and I slide from there. Mary says, "I'm going to pick my daughter up driving, but listen, I'm just so happy that you were able to catch me with the red light on, Mary. Thank you so much. Your first time, but don't let this be your last time." Living Life says, "Shelly, it's been a long time since I went live. I just post videos. But are you gonna start eventually? You might as well go ahead and join the club. Living Life, tab, investment in education is always worth it. Absolutely, tab, absolutely. I think so. We're either going to pay on the front end, as I always say, and I really believe this, or we're going to pay on the back end. I think I think that we should pay on the front end to get them prepared to go out into the world, whether it's military, whether it's workforce, whether it's college, whether it's technical school, wherever their heart desires to take them, just as long as they can make a honest living, so that they don't have to feel like they have to rob, steal, and kill to be able to survive and make a living. Tab says remain connected. Okay, perfect. Kathleen, I have a reading family. Okay, good, good. And we exchange books and then have conversation. Absolutely, absolutely, Kathleen. Oh wow. And talk about I can't imagine the comprehension. That's comprehension all day long right there. You read them and then you go back and retell, discuss the books that you've read. Sound like y'all have a book club going on there, right? Notifications are get okay. So it's not just my phone. And like I said, I just have to get up there and I just cause someone told me that, when are you going live, Dr. J? I said, well, probably such and such and such. I can't give an exact time because I gotta wait until the technology guy says, okay, surgical procedure is over. This is what needs to take place. I need my equipment, so I can only, kind of speculate. Living Life says, yes, ma'am. Oh, I love to read books too, Kathleen. Okay, but I just got started with this hobby. Which hobby are you referring to? The hobby of reading, Tab? But we got to make sure these little ones, these little short leg people, we got to try to get them into the love of reading too. You gotta, because if they can't read nowadays, they're not going to be able to do that math. They're not going to be able to do those math problems. You got to read in order to do social studies. You got to read in order to do spelling. Got to be able to read for your phonics. You got to be able to read for science, all your other content, all the other areas, within that school building, it falls underneath reading. So we got to get them reading. Like I said, I have a short up there. All it takes, according to research, is about 20 minutes a day. And especially, it's critical now. You don't want to have that summer slide when they go back to school, where the teachers got to try to spend and devote a whole lot of time to trying to catch them up if they left school. If a second grade student left school last month, which was May, most of them got out of school in May, reading on a second grade level, you want to make sure when they go back to school in a few weeks, in the fall, most of them will be back in those school buildings around August. You want to make sure that they are still reading on that second grade level, or whatever level they exited out in the spring. When they go back in the fall, they should not have regressed 2 grade levels. So, parents, how in the world do we assure that that does not happen when our babies go back to school in the fall? We got to make sure. that we are setting aside. I didn't even say an hour, not even an hour and a half, not even 30 minutes, at least 20 minutes per day. That's not a whole lot. Get your timer, put that timer on that cell phone. First of all, we got to make sure they have those libraries at home, though, so they can have some books, a book selection to be able to choose from. Just try to get them into reading. We have to. If not, and I was having conversation with someone, and you all know when I speak up here, we all have opinions. I just speak my opinions and what I feel. Um, oh, I forgot what I was. Prisons. They are building prisons like schools. They are building just as many prisons as they are schools. Who are they building them for? What are they building them for? We're either going to pay on the front end, and I will continue to say that, and I deeply believe that, which is now getting them ready. We got to have them reading on grade level by third grade. By third grade. Or we are going to pay on the back end, meaning they're not going to be prepared. They're not going to be able to get on these jobs. So first of all, get anybody to hire them. They're not going to be able to perform. They got to have money. They want money. They're going to want things. So if they can't get out and make an honest dollar, guess what? Just human nature. We steal. We rob. We kill. And then they're going to be over. And I just said, folks are building prisons like schools. And they're just not building them just for the sake of building them because they have some money to throw away. They are building prisons for a reason. Prisons go up for a reason. They put those 100, 250 beds in there for a reason. And guess what? They don't put those beds in there for the homeless either. They build them for a reason. So you all just remember that. We're either going to pay on the front end or we're going to pay on the back end. Okay, let's see what we have here. Retention. I think I read that one. Atomic. I didn't read. Okay, Granny B said, when children can't read. Now, Granny B, you could save some of this for next week. Now, I'm going to have to stop sharing so much of this. Look, I'm going to end up already giving this, and we might end up just having to sum it up when I can get on here. Right, notification of getting worse. Okay, I read that one. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Tab said, oh, I love to read. Okay, I read that one. Granny B says, when children can't read, it becomes a gateway to the beginning of inappropriate behavior. Yes, what are you referring to? That they act out in the classroom, Granny B? Are you referring to that? Because that is true. They do. It's a distraction when they don't know and they don't want anybody. They don't want the teacher to know. And most of the time, the teacher does know. They don't want the teacher to know that they're not reading. Their reading capabilities are not where they need to be. And they most certainly don't want their friends. Children are cruel now. A lot of them are. And they really don't want their peers to know they can't read, if that's what you're referring to, Granny B. Kathleen said our high school is turning into a trade school. Okay, they have so much to choose from. Yes, get them ready, get them ready. You can make a living in different fields. Okay, even playing mechanics, absolutely. I've been reading Atomic Habits alongside my course books. Awesome, Tav. According to Kathleen, also retention at young ages needs attention. Retention. What do you mean? The retention at young ages needs attention. What do you mean retention? Being where the students are being retained in a grade level, or retention at young ages needs. Oh, you mean they're not retain? They're not. You meaning that the instructions that the teachers are at their attention span? Are you referring to their attention span, Kathleen? Retention at young ages. Retention needs attention. Okay, thank you, Kathleen. Granny B. I that a vocational track should be a choice in all schools. However, reading and writing should be absolutely. Reading and writing must be mandatory because you can't do vocation without reading and writing. You got to know that. Dr. J, absolutely, according to Living Life. Kathleen, when you're cooking, you have your kids read to you, absolutely. Um, Let them choose. A few minutes is better than none. Absolutely. And 20 minutes is not a lot of time. And there are opportunities. And this is just, we're just breaking down one aspect of this, Kathleen, just reading. But there are all ways you have to take advantage of learning opportunities. Absolutely. When you're cooking, absolutely when you're cooking, like I just said, when you're driving, when you're outside in the yard, there's always, and you have to take advantage of those opportunities to teach. You can be, I mean, get you a piece of cardboard. You don't have to be fancy, and get index cards, post words around the house. For the little ones, those 2 and 3 year old, okay, what is that? You got to talk to them. That helps build that vocabulary too. Absolutely. Shucks, I should have gone on. My eyes are getting better. Let's see. Reading with comprehension is a key to future success. Absolutely, Granny B. Okay, and Kathleen also said absolutely. Bye guys. I gotta leave now. For my dinner. Where did you say you were in Tav? I guess you said Nigeria. It was nice conversing with y'all. Thank you so much for stopping by. First time, please don't let it be your last. Okay, glad to meet you, Kathleen said. Tav, have a blessed weekend. Okay, yes, for attention, Granny B said. Okay, and Kathleen says, no children don't retain things. Okay, gotcha, very long. So it's important to keep up with reading to retain. Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with that. I agree with that. And guess what? In those classrooms, I think these devices and these video games, they're so quick, 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 and fast, fast, fast. It has that attention. And I think part of the problem is, Kathleen, too, we, we, we as parents, we, including me, I'm not talking about anybody else. Sadly, with my age, we didn't have these type devices. Cell phones came about, around the early 90s. Um, I guess they make so much money with it. They continue to, grow those type devices. And where am I trying to get to with this is, um, we as parents, I'm in that we too, don't want to, kind of like put the time in with the little ones that we need to. So we're giving them these devices as parents replacement, as time reading to them replacement, anything, just get out of my hair. You go and do this while I do that. And they're spending so much time. I have some information coming out too, where they're spending so much time on these devices and everything. It moves so fast to keep that attention going. And when they get in those classrooms, if you're following me, the teachers can't keep up with them because they're so used to everything being so fast. And that's not the way that the teachers are teaching now. So they're not, um, a lot of them are not retaining when it comes to instructional and those standards that the teachers are teaching. So that creates a huge problem within itself. And that bill was passed, no life, no child left behind. Oh, and a lot of them are being left behind. And the other thing, I think I have that written in my notes too, the COVID. At what point, and if you're back on my live next week, you might hear that, so it might be a little bit redundant, but at what point are we going to stop blaming COVID for our children not being on grade level or where they need to be? Yes, COVID played a part in it, but guess what? And I'm just being real. Some of them were already behind before the day of the COVID now. And I said all of that little phrase just to say we got to let go of this. That, oh, COVID did it. It's COVID fault. COVID is gone. Now what? COVID is gone. Now what? We just got to make sure we put a little bit more time in to make sure these children, and it can't be all left up to the school either. We as parents, we including me, I'm not talking about anybody else, I'm talking about me too. I'm a part of that. We just got to do a little bit better and make sure that those babies are reading 20 minutes a day. If not 20, let them do 10. Let them have, they need to have a book in their hands with that TV off, with that cell phone tucked away somewhere up in the cabinet, with that tablet and all those other devices put away, and just have about 15, 20, I say 20 minutes per day. Yes, they're out for the summer, but if they don't put those books up and read, it's gonna be some they're not going to be on grade level when school starts back in the fall. So we as grandparents, we just got to make sure that we are doing our parts. We got to make sure of that. Uh, Glad to meet you. Okay, Tav was leaving. Okay, yeah, right. You said children don't retain because those technology, they give them what they want. Everything is quick, 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 quick. Children being okay. Can't buy to hit the light. Thank you, Deborah Ray. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by too. I don't think this is your first one, but if it is, let's not make it your last one. I need you to slide by and check on me. Check on me throughout. Living life is showing Deborah Ray some love. Hey, Deborah Ray said, hello, living life. Yes, the devices is good and evil. It's good and evil. Yes, but we just need to put a limitation on it too. Yeah, we need to put a limitation on it. And right now, we, meaning me, and like I said, I dare not say what other parents are doing. I put me in that we too. We got to make sure we limit the amount of time that they're on those devices, because devices will not, they can't replace they can't replace a human being. We got to put time in as parents. Mary Dixon, are you an educator? Your voice sounds like your tea school. Oh, somebody else said that, Mary. Yes, that's my background. Yes, I am Mary. I am. So that's why, like I said, I don't know if you were here. That's my channel was based around, and really, that's all I want. I promise you, if I could show you, I have a list with about shucks 200 topics on it. And when I told some of my colleagues and friends, they held, no, Dr. J, you need to such and such and say, you need such and such. But everything that I had wanted to do was solely about education. Education. We got to get them. We got to get them when they're about 4 years old. We got to get them started in pre-K. Um, but I had to kind of deviate a little bit from that because it was not getting the attention. We as people, as a race, as a country, I'm included in that we. I like to give that disclaimer. We just don't. Hmm. I'm going to go ahead and say it, so don't throw eggs at me. We don't value education the way that we used to, the way that our parents used to, if that makes sense. We just don't. But that's all I wanted my channel to be revolved around. So I've had to do some tweaks and change some things to try to get it to moving. But just remember, education is my main focus. So you come this way, you look through some of my stuff, you're gonna always see something on attendance. You're gonna probably see stuff on reading. You might see some stuff on math. You might see some topics on cell phone usage in school. Um, a lot of my stuff is going to be centered around school, reading. Some of you all that go to my channel, you had a chance to meet Pearl. Pearl is a Russian tortoise. She's a school pet in the library. So some of this stuff might not make a whole lot of sense, but I promise you, there's a purpose behind it. But I did have to get away from some of the educational things because that's really not what a lot of people, we including me, people wanted to see. So, like I said, I had to deviate and change some things up. So, but yes, I do, Mary, to answer your question, I do know education. I know, yeah, that's what I do. You're absolutely right. Kathleen said, "Oh, my Dr. J, I had 5 different grade levels on laptops in my kitchen. So did you homeschool?" We were all crying. So did you homeschool, Kathleen? You said 5 different grade levels on laptops in my kitchen. Okay. Hey, Risa, thank you for in chat. Risa is showing us some love. Thank you for sliding by here. Oh, I've gone over my time. Thank you. Okay, Kathleen is showing Risa some love. Vico Real Space. Okay, hi to you. Thank you for, I think you were here earlier when I first came on. Risa is showing Kathleen some love. Living Life is showing Risa. Okay, Risa is showing Granny B. Hey, Living Life, says Risa. Dr. J and Company need to scoot. Okay, because I'm fixing to get ready to scoot too. I've been up here an hour and this happens sometimes, I guess, when you're in good company. And like I said, I had planned my commentary today was going to be, I wanted to share information for those of you that's just coming in about literacy. And there's a crisis right here in the US of A. And it's a deep concerning crisis. But the good thing about it, like some other things, it is preventable. But due to some unforeseen circumstances, I didn't get a chance to share it, but I will um, once things kind of calm down. This is hopefully early next week. My device will be working, and that's what I will do. If not, I'll just try to do it on this little cell phone. I don't go. We're creatures of habits, and my this cell phone was not working initially, so I might have to do it from here if the guy doesn't go ahead and diagnose and try to get my laptop working. So have a fantastic Friday, Kathleen. And I'm sure I will see you out there in those YouTube streets. It is my first live. Okay, Deborah. Okay. I will be by. Please do. You're always welcome. So you come on back over here and check up on me. You just slide right on in. Slide right on in. It's good to put your voice. Okay, absolutely. And that's the thing I kind of hit on that earlier. We just and then sometimes we don't get a chance to even hear voices. We just see sentences that we write and put out there. But thank you so much for stopping by, and I look forward to you coming back. Um, Dr. J, I feel so comfortable. Thank you. Living life. Look, you're just a sister. You are my sister. So yes, thank you. And look, that's the way I want it to be. That's the way. I don't know if you were in here early. I don't do drama well, and I have to protect my mental. So yes, that's how I want it to be. Make yourself at home for real. Make yourself at home. Hey, Kumari. I pray that I'm pronouncing this right. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome to my channel, Chat with Dr. J. Thank you for sliding up in here. Risa, okay, showing Kamari some love. Okay, living life is kitchen. Hey there. Hey. Thank you for stopping by as well. Y'all know you're always welcome. You're always welcome over here. And I think this might be your first time. And as I always say, might be your first time, but don't make it your last. So when y'all see my red light on, you just slide right on up in here. Slide. Okay, it's good evening. Okay, awesome. Thank you all so much. Okay, thank you for hitting that like button too. I get to run in my mouth and I forget to ask you all to, if you don't mind, please hit that like button for me. And if you have not subbed to my channel, please do so. Okay, well done. Okay. Deborah Ray says, okay, my GD homeschool. Okay, GD, I don't know if that's granddaughter. Y'all know what these acronyms, I'm lost sometimes. 5 kids. Visit them monthly. Is that goddaughter, granddaughter? Okay, I picked up learning. Good for you. It's your learning skills. Okay, my way. Okay, they be glad when I. That's all right. You keep doing that. You keep doing it because you're trying to help to make sure. Oh, Oh, I guess that was granddaughter. I don't know what GD is, but you keep doing that. You look. We got to help the young folks out. It takes a village. It takes a village. And like I said, we got to do and that's investing on the front end too, Deborah Ray. Like I always say, and you been in some of those you that's been in some of my lives, we're either going to pay on the front end, meaning we do what put that extra time in now. You pay by going out buying them those books. Help build it. Every child should have a library at home, an at-home library. So now school is closed. And if they can't get to the public library to check out a book and participate in some of these programs, they need to be able to walk over in a location at that house and pick out a book to sit down and read for at least 20 minutes. If they can't get 20 minutes in, look, they don't drive, they don't work. Even when you're in the car running up to Walmart, let them grab that Dr. Seuss book and bring it on and get in that back seat and sit down and read. Set that timer. While you're in there cooking, put them over there in that table on that TV. Take that laptop. I know a lot of them have cell phones now. Get those cell phones, put it on top of the refrigerator. Look, you'll get this back. 20 minutes reading time. Like Kathleen said earlier, do a quick comprehension check. What was that book about? What color was the dog? Who was sleeping? Who are the characters in that book? So we got to always quiz them to check for that understanding. But see, I'm not even supposed to be talking about all that today. But anyway, Deborah Ray, great comment. We're going to either pay, and you are paying on the front end so that you don't have to pay on the back end. The back end meaning if we don't get them prepared, reading on grade level by third grade, and getting them ready to go into the workforce, they're going to end up stealing, killing, and then they're going to end up in somebody's prison. And we're going to be taking care of them from the prison, and we don't want that. That we, as always, give that disclaimer, including me too. It was my pleasure always, Dr. J. I'll see y'all tonight at 9. Okay, so Granny B, I guess that means that you're going on tonight at 9. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I'm fixing to get ready to get off too as soon as I go through all of these. Okay, kitchen, you're going to prepare dinner. That's what's up. Well done, all. Okay, first time on your life. Thank you. Your first time, but please don't make it your last time. Please slide back up in here whenever you see my red light on. Hey there, Miss Chitty May. Thank you so much for stopping by to check up on me. And I know that you have been back in up in here before. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you know that my computer is not working. And I went by, as I told you in your live earlier, to check on it, and the man was closed. So I'm making it work on this little cell phone. And I didn't think I would be able to be up here this long because, as I mentioned, I could not see the comments. But we got something going here. So thank you, thank you, thank you for stopping by, Chitty. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Okay, you're showing everyone some love. Living Life is showing kitchen documentaries some love. Deborah Ray. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Look, it just one of those. I trying to figure out, and I don't know if I said goddaughter, granddaughter. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, your goddaughter. So I appreciate you. I commend you for investing on the front end, Deborah Ray. You keep it up, and look, don't care if they're ready for you to go, but at least you can say, Dr. J said you got to invest. And we're either going to invest on the front end or we're going to invest on the back end. And when you go sometimes too, Deborah Ray, that's how I do for my little great nieces and all. Christmas time, birthdays, they looking for y'all get toys all year long. Look, if I gotta spend my money on something, I'm either going through Amazon, I'm giving my niece my credit. Look, go and order these children some books. That's our responsibilities because, like I said, the schools are closed now. They need to be able to walk to some part of that house and find them a book to put in their hands. So yes, you invest on the front end. So I know they're glad for you to go, but that's all right. That's all right. That's an investment, an important investment that you are making in the lives of your goddaughter, children. Yes, these little people will get away from some of those toys. We, including me, in some of those clothes and those Michael Jordan shoes and invest in these babies something educational. Okay, Risa is showing Chitty some love. Okay, the hearts. Okay, living life is showing Chitty May some love. Chitty saying well done. Living life saying yes, sister. And Chitty is showing living life some love. Okay, look, my time has been extended. Well, I exceeded what I had planned to do. You know, sometimes once you get going running your mouth, time kind of gets away from you. Um, but I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end. Look, I've almost, I had said the commentary about literacy that I wanted to talk about. You know, you all have given some really great dialogue on this. So it kind of like we'll just kind of like do a summary, I guess, when I come back up here. But it's some really good stuff. But the good thing about it, it can be totally preventable. Um, and as I stated, for those of you that are just coming in, this is what my channel was built on, education. But I want it to be solely cut and dry, reading, math, science, social studies, attendance, um, get them to school, parental involvement, desks. You know, I wanted to build a school. I wanted to build a school right here on my channel, but that it didn't work that way. Maybe later. So one of someone that I look up to on YouTube, y'all might know Marco Unfiltered. She kind of like pulled me to the side. She and Auntie like, well, you might need to do some trending stuff. It was not, and here I am giving my disclaimer. We, meaning me too. I'm in that we too. We don't value education. I'm sure somebody out there would agree with this. We don't value education um, the way we used to. So that's not what the people wanted to see or hear. So I kind of like had to deviate from that. But I can promise you one thing, regardless of how many times or how many ways I have to deviate from it, I will always go back to some form, some frame, something about education. I mean, because it's the way of the world. It's the way of the world. We owe this. God has charged us with raising these children. Um, we just got to get them right. We're either going to invest, and I know I sound a little redundant. You're going to either pay on the front end, and I say that again, Deborah Ray. So you keep quizzing them when you go. You make sure they know the multiplication. That's what those second and third graders should be doing at home now, getting ready so they'll be ahead of that teacher when school starts back. But we're either going to pay on the front end, getting them ready, investing in them some books, get away from them what's those Michael Jordan shoes, call them Jordans. That's overpriced, $240 a pair when he's getting them made over there, and not knocking a person's business. Not knocking entrepreneurship at all, but those shoes are made right over there in China. I'm paying those folks 35 cents a minute, and I'm just exaggerating. And you come back over here and charge $280 for a pair. Have our people killing each other up, these children, over a pair of tennis shoes. But we need to invest in some books. Every household has a child walking through it. Those short leg people, as I call them, legs only short for a little while. Guess what? They're going to get longer one day. So we got to get them prepared to go out into the world so that they will be able to make it on somebody's job. We're going to pay on the front end, or we're going to pay on the back end. And I promise you, they are building prisons. Prisons are going up like schools, if that makes sense. And that's facts. That's facts. And like I would always say, I would tell my son, look, I don't claim one of those beds for you. I do not claim one of those beds for you. And thank you, Lord, in the name of Jesus. I have not had we haven't had to visit a prison or go to the jailhouse. So I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for that. So, Deborah Ray, let them keep fussing. Pay, and you'll know within your heart that you are paying, you're investing in them on the front end. Have a blessed Friday. Deborah, thank you for stopping by, and we will see you really, really, really soon. My sister Clementina, hi, Dr. J in chat. Just and you did get well. That's good. You got a notification, Claire. I don't get notifications. Like I said, when I know you all are on, I have to pick my device up, my phone or whatever, and just scroll. And I look for the red lights. I do not get notifications from YouTube. Have not gotten one in about 2 months. What, I've been on here since April. I ain't gotten notifications in about 2 or 3 months. Living life, Deborah Ray, sis. Have a blessed weekend. Absolutely. Deborah Ray, I might see you out in those YouTube streets anyway before the weekend is over. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. Your first live. Let's not make it your last one, Deborah Ray. Deborah Ray. Personal invite. Clementina. Okay, it's never late, Dr. J. It's never late. There are people who will value your education content. We will get it right. Okay, absolutely. Yeah, there's some out there that finds it beneficial. But, I mean, if not, I still got to tell it. Like I said, even though I deviated a little bit, but I promise you, I will always find my way back. You know, you always find your way back home because somebody got to tell it. Somebody has to tell it. And the thing about it, when I say we, I don't say y'all. I say us. I'm a part of that we too. All kids, 5 through 12. Absolutely. Absolutely, Deborah Ray. Good evening, sister. Okay, Clementine. Okay, you showing Claire some love. Dr. J, I'm on my way to the market, sis. Okay. Everyone have and thank you so much. Living life, I promise. I'm fixing to get off too. Like I said, my hour is up here and I got 1 or 2 things I need to do. Clementina. Okay, hi Chitty. Showing Chitty some love. Okay, Deborah Ray. Thank you, Deborah Ray. You have a great weekend. And like I said, I'm sure I'll see you out there in those YouTube streets this weekend. She is saying amen, Risa. Okay, see you later. I'm like I said, Risa, I'm getting ready to get off too. I'm getting ready to get off. And everyone in the chat, what did you say? Be safe. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so very much. I feel like maybe we should have gone ahead because we did have some good discussion here. Like I said, I didn't want to try to get into it too deep because of that dilation process, thing that was going on with my eyes. But we just got to do what we got to do. And it all starts with reading and phonics. But anyway, I'll come back next week and we will talk more about that then. Once again, thank you all so very much for, hey, Tails. Everyone be safe and blessings to you all. Same to you, Risa. We do appreciate it. Thank you very kindly. Hey, Tails, it's always good to see you. Thank you for sliding in to check up on me. I do appreciate that. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. So I'm going to get ready. At least now I know that I can read comments on my cell phone. And we'll be back to kind of like put the icing on the cake with this reading, and we'll do some more discussion about that. And I say in the United States, and I also said, this is, well, I don't know, because you have some people that look at education different nowadays. It's not all, but I'm included in the we, have kind of like dropped the ball on some things here in the United States. But hopefully it'll be something that will be beneficial across the board. But we'll dive a little bit deeper in it one day next week, hopefully early next week. Okay, you're good. Good. That is so great to hear. Tales have been to. That is awesome to hear. So with that being said, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and end the live. I'm going to go ahead and end. I don't know if I'm coming back again tonight. I don't know. But I know my eyes will be right, and we'll talk a little bit more in depth about this crisis that we have going on with literacy in the USA. So that's all for now, my good people. Hopefully you will continue to have a fantastic Friday. And I know for some of you all, your Friday is almost over. It's probably nighttime. You're headed into Saturday. Just depends on what part of the world you're located in. But I thank all of each of you for stopping by to check, sticking your head in on my live. So I'm going to go ahead and end. I'm going to go ahead and say bye for now. And until next time, continue to have a fantastic Friday.